Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Film Club Rejects podcast. I'm Will. That's Brendan. Oh,
And welcome and thank you for being rejects with us, everybody. We got a good one for you today. We're going to get into some Rosebud Thorn, got some movie news for you. Will's going to talk a little bit about his Stranger Things rewatch. And then we both saw a new movie. Isn't that right, big dog?
we did, and it's an actual new movie this time, not one that I thought was new and came out like a month and a half ago. So, new movie, and we'll get into that. The movie is The Running Man, the new Glenn Powell action thriller. We talked about Glenn Powell last podcast episode, and we're going to talk about him a little bit more here. But Brendan, if you want to start off on the Rosebud Thorn.
Yeah. So uh, my rose, which I think is going to catch you off a little off guard. I went on a date last night.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, good, good. It was good. So I can talk with you a little bit about that off camera,
Yeah,
but
we'll
I
talk
wanted to
about
get I wanted to get your reaction saying that.
Wow.
But yeah, um, then my bud would be I'm flying out to Louisville tomorrow. I'm gonna be back with my guys up there. So super excited to do that. Um, and then my thorn is probably um just tired. Just tired.
Yeah, dude.
Very, very busy and very, very tired. So
I think it's it's getting dark quick.
yeah, but
it's just been dark
the other
recently.
thing is when I get I'm running and doing all this, shit all the time now. Like I take 20,000 steps a day. Like I genuinely I'm like yesterday I had to take my first day off in months for the first time, and I think I almost spent the entire day almost sleeping in bed. Like
Yeah.
it was, I mean, I took yesterday off and just couldn't move.
Mhm.
So just yeah, I would say that's my thorn. Just tired.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
What about you, big dog?
Yeah, I got a rose. So my rose, I kind of got a couple of them, uh, but my main one is some good progress on the weight loss journey. I am now below 200.
Let's
Yeah, yeah, I'm
go.
at 195.
That's
So
huge.
that's what's up.
How's the you been doing much of the lifting program I sent you, or
Yeah, I have. I've been doing less of it now that I don't really get days off.
okay.
But I've made a point. Weirdly enough, it's been on the days that it's been the roughest days at work where I'm just exhausted. I'm like,
Hmm.
I'm already sweaty, tired, and gross. I might as well just get more sweaty, tired, and gross. Let's go. Which is usually really weird. Usually it's like, I feel good. Let's go.
Right.
Um, I don't know.
Good, man.
Maybe it's one of those where it's like I need to feel good, so let's
Yeah,
go.
you're challenging yourself. You're pushing through the hard stuff. That's good, man. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. But yeah, again, I don't really have a day off. Like I have mornings off for a couple of days. Like today, we're filming this at 10 in the morning. I have things to do in 2 hours that
Right.
I don't really get a day off because I there's nothing that I can do that I'm like I can just do nothing, or I can just
Right.
clean, or I can just do whatever.
Trust me,
Um,
I know how you feel.
yeah,
Yeah, yesterday was my first day off in 4 months, so
yeah.
I know how you feel.
Um, my bud, Stranger Things season five's coming out next week. Coming out in 9 days, 8 days. Comes out on the 26th, or the first part of it comes out on the 26th. So that'll be fun. They're doing the first 4 episodes, and
Mm.
then I think Christmas Eve or Christmas, they're doing the other 4 episodes, and then they're doing the finale on New Year's Eve.
Now, is this the series
Yeah,
finale or okay?
supposedly,
Supposedly.
supposedly this is the series finale.
Okay.
Um, Another rose of mine is the speaking of final seasons, the final season of My Hero Academia is coming out. Um,
Okay.
it's so good. It's amazing. It's really really good. We're like 6 episodes in, so we're about halfway through the season, and there's not an episode that's below an 8 out of 10.
Oh,
It's
okay.
it's so good. It's like the entire season's like the final battle,
Right.
and it's just 12, 30, 45 minute episodes of just the final battle.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really good. I'm interested to see um, where it's gonna what's gonna happen after this last episode. There was one. There are kind of like two big bads that are like
Mhm.
combined into one for this
Right.
season. Um, it's kind of like if like Loki and Thanos were to team up in Endgame, if that
Okay.
makes sense. It's like if
Yep.
Loki were fighting with Thanos in
Right.
Endgame, you're like, well, there are two guys here.
Right.
Um, which is pretty interesting. One of them got defeated already,
Okay.
supposedly. So there was
Mhm.
like an episode where I was like, okay, so it's just beating this guy now. That's it.
Mhm.
Okay. Um, but like some stuff happened in the most recent episode. And speaking of Endgame, there was like a Portals Endgame scene
Mhm.
at the end of this last episode, and I'm like, ah, okay, time to
Ah,
like,
beautiful.
it's so good. I
Beautiful.
love those. You know, when all hope seems lost, the hero's about to die or standing up against the bad guy, then everyone just comes. Oh, it's fantastic. Except for Star Wars, they managed to ruin that somehow. I don't know. Um. Anyway, my Thorn is and I wasn't really expecting this to be a Thorn. Oh, I guess my bud is I'm gonna actually get days off here soon. But that goes with my Thorn is that my semester is coming to an end. I did my final and all of that. I
Okay.
have one more week left of student teaching, which is a little bit of a thorn because I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun.
There you
Um,
go.
I really liked
Good.
the kids and being able to help and do all that kind of stuff. You know, kind of because so far it's just been sitting in a class, like sitting in online classes doing homework and stuff like that.
Right.
Uh, but this was you kind of get out there and you get to like really experience
Being a
what it's
teacher
like.
is.
Yeah, you get to kind of step into the teacher role a little bit as
Mhm.
opposed to like here's how to teach kids how to read. I'm like, brother, I'm going to be a
Right.
history teacher in middle school. That's not going to be my okay.
Right.
Or like your well, we have to do these things because of the Americans with Disabilities Act, and like you got to you know treat people with disabilities the same and provide them opportunities. I'm like, yeah, I know all that already. That's great. How is knowing this going to help translate to being a teacher? And this student teaching stuff kind of allowed me to kind of put two and two together with that, but also kind of see like here's what it's actually like, and learn from some pretty great teachers. Learn from the middle school that I shadowed with does like team teaching, so they'll have like two teachers in the room or whatever, and they kind of like ping pong back and forth off of each other. Um,
Right.
but like the history teacher, the English teacher, the science teacher, and the math teacher, and like all of that, they all like work together with their lesson plans. So it's not like teacher one has a lesson plan, teacher two has a. They all have one lesson plan. So
Okay.
they're like coming together as a team, hence the name,
Mm.
uh, to develop the lesson plans. They can you know, well, in this class, student A is like this. We're trying to figure out how do we fix this up? Like how do we curb this action? How do we, help engage them more? Are you more engaged with this? What do you guys do? Um, I got to sit in on parent teacher conferences. That was pretty cool. I had never gone to one. My parents never
I,
got me to any of them. But it was definitely interesting to see from a teacher's perspective. You had personal parent teacher conferences, didn't you?
uh, so actually, um, you're not going to be surprised by this, but so when I was in middle school, the parent teacher conference in my sixth grade year was the death of me. Um,
Okay.
I was in sixth grade and I decided, oh, I don't really feel like doing homework ever.
Of course you were that kid.
So,
Oh my god, we had a couple of
so,
those kids. Of course you were those kids.
so I would like, you know how they'd come around and do like the homework check to see if you did
Mhm.
it, whatever, right? Like, I would sit there and like, I would constantly come home from school and just be like, yeah, don't have any homework. Like, I'm all good, whatever, whatever. It's all good. And, I was a good enough student where like I did well on tests. So if my homework grade was a zero, I had a C. It didn't really matter. It was middle school, right?
Mhm.
So I was like, I don't want to do homework. Homework's stupid. So I would just tell the teacher, oh, I forgot. Oh, I forgot. Oh, I forgot. And I just, for whatever reason, sixth grade Brendan didn't realize, oh, parent teacher conferences are a thing.
Mhm.
So I'm sitting at home one day, like I came back from playing with my neighborhood friend, and I'm walking home and I see my mom's car and I'm like, huh, she's home early. I wonder why she's home early. And I walk in the door and she goes, sit down. And I'm like,
Oh.
oh, okay. So I go and I sit on the couch and my mom goes, so Brendan, I had an interesting little meeting with your teachers today. And I was
Mhm.
like, oh no. And she goes, yeah, they I was surprised to know that, or to learn that, like, I walked in and the first thing they all said to me was, does Brendan ever do his homework? And I was under the impression that you didn't have any. And I was like, I, I just like broke down in tears, was like, I'm sorry. I just didn't want to do, but like, just lost
Mhm.
it. My mom was like, you're you're not touching another video game. You're not, they
Mhm.
threatened me with not being able to try out for the middle school basketball team, which immediately sent me into a panic.
Yeah.
So from the time that parent teacher conference happened to the time basketball tryouts were, it was 2 weeks. And my mom goes, you have 2 weeks. You have to go into every single teacher and get every single homework assignment that you did not do, and you have to complete it.
Oh, this was like 3 months
So,
into school though, so you had three
yeah.
months worth of
So,
homework.
with 2 weeks to go, I had to do 3 months of schoolwork.
Damn.
And let me tell you, Brendan learned his lesson real quick.
Yeah.
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 Never. Hey, I made that middle school basketball team though.
Hey, there we go. There we go. And yeah,
So
that's like one of the strategies that like we talked about, like because again, my teachers were very like my middle school teachers especially, and the only reason I say that is because my grade school teacher, like we're working on phonics, we're not dealing with like student like we
right.
are, but we're not like my middle school teachers were like, yeah, well, here, obviously you see some issues, and a lot of the times, like with these kids, like you got to find something that they're good at, and then or interested in. Like a lot of times, it really helps if they're in like sports or they like they want to play sports, because then, well, if you want to stay on the team, you got to keep your grade up, and then that'll automatically get them engaged and stuff. It's
Right.
pretty interesting. But it was a fantastic experience. My kids were great. They on my last day, they got me. They wrote little notes and stuff, and yeah, they're the Monarchs, so their mascot's a lion, and you know, all my students signed it and all that fun stuff.
There you
Um,
go.
yeah, one of the kids was like, when you're he goes, I think you're going to be a great middle school history teacher. I was like, oh, thanks, bud, appreciate that.
There
Um,
you.
so yeah, a little bit of validation in what I was doing, one, and two, just overall great experience, and really enjoyed it.
Good man. Good.
So a little bit tough that it's ending, um, but there's maybe not next semester because I got to save up, uh, but there's time coming for it. So,
Yeah.
um, and
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 now,
and now we got movie news.
na 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 na, movie news.
Yeah. So, let me pull it up. God, can I be a little bit professional? Um,
Yeah, God.
Disney Plus. This one's. We're gonna save this one. Tobey Maguire is confirmed to come back in Avengers Doomsday.
Huh?
Interesting. I like it. I like it a lot. I have heard from multiple sources and multiple people saying like, yes,
That
I've
means.
seen this from.
All right. Well, then that means we're gonna be getting a lot more multiversal shit, which, I'm not a big fan of the whole multiverse
Well, so
thing.
here's my question. With that, is he coming is he coming back in a prominent role, or is it gonna be like
Like a cameo type
like
thing.
his world is ending and it like the sky is on fire and it zooms in on him going and like
Yeah.
because that
Yeah.
could be
What
him
role?
coming
Yeah.
like yeah.
What role is he gonna have in Doomsday? Is it going to be a big one, or is it gonna be like you said, like a cameo type thing?
Right. Right, exactly. Could be interesting. I am on record as not being the biggest Tobey Maguire Spider-Man fan.
You are not. You did say, which by the way, shout out to my cousin Carrie, has a big problem with your take.
Yeah,
Carrie is not a fan of you not liking the Tobey Maguire movies.
I don't say it. I didn't say I
So
didn't like
here's
them.
your chance.
I didn't say
Here's
I
your
didn't
chance.
like them.
Tell Carrie. Tell Carrie why you don't like them.
All right, Carrie. I'm speaking directly to you now. Directly to you. We'll get this on Spotify. We're figuring it out. I promise. Um. Secondly, I didn't say I didn't like them. I said they are my least favorite. Not because they're not good. They are good. They're iconic. Tobey Maguire's acting in that movie is like watching a cardboard box act. It's awful. He sits there and he pizza time. Like deadpan, absolute deadpan. Like, what's wrong, little Goblin Junior? Gonna cry? Like that's how he like delivers all of his lines. And now, granted, I will say this: No Way Home has saved him a little bit.
Redeeming
Has
qualities.
has redeemed Tobey Maguire because Tobey Maguire is a good actor. Don't get that twisted. He's a good actor, which I think is part of the reason why it bothers me so much that he's so terrible in the Spider-Man movies.
Right.
Also, he's like 30 and in high school.
Yeah, that's kind of a problem. That was a lot of people's complaint.
Well, and I'm not gonna like sit here and like dog Sam Raimi for any of that stuff because that was like what they did at the time. Like,
Right.
if you look at Grease, they're like 35 years old and they're supposed to be playing like freshmen in high school, like,
Yeah.
or seniors in high school. It's ridiculous. Yeah, so it's like watching an old pizza box act. I again, Tobey Maguire is a good actor, so I think that's part of the reason why I have such a problem with it. Is he's just flat. He's just flat. Now, granted, Doc Ock, amazing. Spider-Man 3, I could take or leave it. Um, Green Goblin, Willem Dafoe's fantastic. The movies are good, but I want my Peter Parker to be good too. I don't mind how he delivers his lines when he's wearing the mask because he's wearing a mask.
You have a problem with this Peter Parker.
I have a problem with his Peter Parker. I don't love his Spider-Man. I don't have a problem with this Spider-Man. I really don't. I do think that Andrew Garfield was better. I think he was written way worse. Way worse. Way
I
worse.
agree. I think that was the problem in those movies. I thought he was written badly, but his acting was great.
I mean, when in the first one, again, yes, it was a little too dark, sure, for Spider-Man, but when he's, stopping the guy from stealing the car, and the guy whips out a knife, he goes, "Oh, my weakness, it's small knives. Oh, how'd
Oh,
you know?"
nice.
Like, and then the cops show up, and they're like,
Like that's Spider-Man.
yeah, and then the cops show up, they're like, "Get on the ground." He's like, "I did like 80% of your job for you. Like, what do you
Yeah.
mean?"
The quips, yeah, he was great. And then,
Yeah.
you write him that. I just wish, man, if Andrew Garfield could have been in Tobey Maguire's movies,
It would have been fantastic. It would have been the best.
he,
It would have been better than
he,
it would have been better than Tom Holland.
mm, see, I have a special place in my heart for Tom Holland.
love
so
Tom
I don't
Holland.
know.
I think the best Spider-Man we've ever gotten
Tom Holland.
is Tom Holland in Civil War specifically.
Mm, it was pretty good.
You guys
But
ever see that
anyway,
really old movie? Like,
Yeah.
big fan Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Ah, well, yeah, no, I could have stuck the landing a little bit better, but I think the news it's
There's
fine. It's
usually
fine.
not this much talking.
Yeah, that's Spider-Man. That is
Yeah.
the perfect Spider-Man.
So
I
there
think-
you go, Kerry.
yeah.
That one's for you.
To,
There's your
as
explanation.
as an olive branch, I like the Tobey Maguire movies. I just when you're
you
comparing
have a
something
problem with Tobey Maguire. You have a problem with Tobey Maguire's acting.
when you're
That's
comparing
all.
something that's a 9.5 out of 10 to something that's an 8 out of 10 or a 7 out of 10, the 9.5 out of 10 is still better. It doesn't mean that the other two are bad. Just means that the other one's better, in my opinion. And I understand that me liking Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man more is a very hot take. I understand that. Okay, continuing on with Spider-Man news. Spider-Man 4, which is Brand New Day. Spider-Man Brand New Day is set to finish filming next month. It'll finish in December, which means it has 8 months of post-production. No, it comes out in June. It has 6 months of post-production. 6 or 7. We like this. We talked about this previously.
Mhm.
If it has a decent amount of post-production, yay.
Yeah, that's what we talked about. Yeah, this is exactly what both of us wanted.
Yeah.
This was exactly what we were talking about. What was it, episode 1 or 2?
Something like that. Yeah, it was one of the earlier ones. We talked about it. If it wrapped up filming relatively shortly, and we talked about this back in like September. If it had another like
September.
yeah, if we had like another like 2 months of filming, and then it wraps up and takes until release day to get, or until 2 weeks before the release day to get post production.
To get everything ready, then
Mhm.
we're good. And that seems to be exactly what's going on. So
Exactly.
good job, Disney. You finally did something right. Good job. I
Yeah.
don't give you guys a lot of credit, but
Yeah, you
I'll
did
give
great.
you a little bit of credit there.
Yeah. So we know Sadie Sink from Stranger Things and a couple of other projects is confirmed to be in Spider-Man Brand New Day. We don't know as of yet. Nothing has been confirmed as to who her character is. A lot of people think it might be Jean Grey. A lot of people might think it's going to be like another like Spider-Woman, or like not Spider-Gwen, but maybe I don't. A lot of people think a lot of different things.
Speculation right now.
What's that?
All speculation right now.
Yeah, exactly. But Sadie Sink is confirmed to be in Secret Wars. And I think maybe Doomsday, but for sure Secret Wars. Which means that's why a lot of people are speculating that Jean Grey. Because why would
Right.
why would a random Spider-Man character show up in Secret Wars? Interesting stuff.
Unless maybe maybe they use it as like, and this is just my personal theory, is like maybe something happens in Secret Wars and she's in the post-credit scene showing to get, maybe she's like Spider-Gwen, right? This is just if, my theory is she's Spider-Gwen, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, something happens in Secret Wars, there's this big fucking climactic ending, whatever, and then in a post-credit scene it shows that that exact thing led to this spider getting this power and biting her, and that's how she becomes
Spider-Gwen, right?
Spider-Gwen.
Yeah. We don't know. Just interesting stuff. The fact that she is confirmed. Also, I think if she is just like some random character, like obviously she's going to play a decent role in Brand New Day. Um, but if she is some random Spider-Man character, okay. Wong was a random Doctor Strange character, and he showed up in Infinity War and Endgame, and multiple other
Right.
projects. Like that's totally fine. Like it's not out of
Right.
the realm of possibility.
Right.
Speaking of Doomsday, Doomsday. So everybody knows that we love the Russo brothers. In the Russo brothers, we trust, right? We
Correct.
Civil
Correct.
War, Infinity War,
The greatest movie of all
Endgame,
time.
Winter
Captain
Soldier.
America.
Yeah. All phenomenal looking movies too, right?
Correct. Correct.
Reports are coming out that Doomsday looks better visually and has better visuals than any other Russo project in the MCU.
That's a good sign.
It's a
I'm
great
gonna
sign.
take that with a I'm gonna take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, because at the end of the day, for me, visuals aren't like what I'm like
Hmm.
looking for. Like that's not what makes a great movie for me. But I will say
I think it helps for sure.
it helps. Yes, it adds an extra layer.
Hmm.
But if you're covering, if that extra layer is covering dog crap, then you know it's still shaped like dog crap.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. Gold painted shit is still shit.
it's still shit.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, um, hopefully, you know that's just a sign of good things to come.
Yeah, yeah. And again, in the Russos, we trust.
Right.
Um,
Right.
All right, this is probably I saved this for last because this is interesting and might get what I thought might get more conversation out of this. But Disney Plus has announced, Bob Iger, the CEO of Disney, has announced that they're going to start bringing in an AI to Disney Plus, where subscribers to Disney Plus can use said AI to create their own content that will live on Disney Plus. So, like, I pay for Disney Plus, right?
Right.
I can then go and think of it. You know, Call of Duty or Battlefield, when you used to be able to make custom maps and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Think,
Yeah.
think of it like, and then people could play it. Think of it like that. I'm gonna go into Disney Plus. I'm gonna make my own short film
Movie?
thing like that, using Disney property like Marvel, Star Wars, things like that,
Oh.
and people can watch it on Disney Plus using
Interesting.
AI. Thoughts?
Uh, I think it's going to be one of those features that people are like, oh, this is a cool concept, and they're going to mess around with and play with it for a little while, but then it's just going to die out because nobody really cares.
Yeah.
I just think it's one of those like, hey, look what we can do things, and then people are going to use it for like 2 or 3 weeks, and then it's going to just be like, oh, now the only thing that's on there is a bunch of memes and you know shit nobody takes seriously, and
Hmm.
they're gonna have to take it down eventually because you know too many people are on there making dumb jokes or you know
Yeah.
bad content or whatever. So
Yeah. I
that's why
was
I think.
thinking. So I have mixed feelings about AI in general.
Mhm.
Um, and it's nothing so far as like they're gonna take over the world, like no Westworld type shit. But it uses a lot of water. Which whatever, because water is a renewable resource. But then also like if you're doing this and you're making AI content and all of that, and like animated things, you're now take if you're using that instead of animators, you're now taking jobs away from people who have worked very hard to get to where they're going.
Right.
And it's not art at that
No,
point.
it's taking the soul out of production.
Right. Um Again, I use AI for things. Yesterday at work, my boss was making AI videos of our coworkers just doing funny stuff. That's cool. Great. Um But if and again, it's people are using that to make stuff that they want, not stuff that's gonna be. No one's winning an Oscar, right?
Right. Right.
Um, because AI scripts and all of that are still dog shit. They're still terrible.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, that's a cool concept. I would never use it. My main concern isn't the fact that like, yes, you're taking jobs away from people if you start using that in whatever, or
Mm.
it's not art. You're losing the artistic value of things. Sure. Um, my biggest concern with it is there have to be some like checks, right? Like you can't
Right.
AI will let you do whatever you want. There are a
Right.
lot of sick people in this world. I don't there there has to be
Yeah.
something that'll prevent people
That's
from.
kind of what I was hinting at, is what you're talking about. It,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I think it could run wild in a really bad
in a
way.
very that could go real bad. That could go real Roblox really quickly.
That is a great way to put
Really
it. That could
quickly.
go real Roblox really quickly.
Yeah.
Um,
Um
yeah.
maybe the House of Mouse won't do it. Maybe they'll put checks on it. And honestly, I don't think Disney would be as sinister as Roblox is.
I just don't think they're gonna think of everything.
No, there has to be some checks and balances and stuff. And
But that's the thing. I just don't think they're gonna think of everything to prevent it.
no,
Like somebody's gonna find a way to get an innuendo in there somehow, and it's gonna look really, really bad. And
well, sure, but like I mean, even mainstream Disney movies, foot size doesn't matter. I
right, but that's not what I'm hinting at.
I know, and at the same time, like you're gonna have to go in retroactively, and you're gonna have to monitor all of this stuff. Could be interesting.
Yeah,
I don't necessarily think it's a good idea because of that.
I agree. I agree. I am not a fan of this, but
And I
you,
want to
you
be
got
very clear that I'm not a fan of this, not because I'm not a fan of AI, which, in terms of like art, I'm not. Like I don't keep AI out of movies, keep AI out of TV shows. If you want AI to help you plan your day or plan a trip, rock on, go do it. Any form of art, whether it's performative art, whether it's painting, pictures, whatever, keep it out. Um, Now, obviously, if you're trying to do something like make a D&D character and you want a visual for it, but you're not an artist, go ahead, be my guest. But if you're trying to become an artist and you're like, I'm gonna sell these, don't use AI. Use your skills. Use your skills. Develop that.
right,
Um,
right.
so that again, I'm not anti that because of that. I'm anti that because it could go real Roblox really quickly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
agreed, agreed.
Um, just interesting thoughts.
Yeah,
Love to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments if you feel so inclined.
yeah.
All right, moving on really quick. Stranger Things we talked about a little bit comes out on the 26th. Uh, I've been rewatching Stranger Things to get ready for it. I know you're not a Stranger Things guy, so I'm gonna make this pretty quick.
Okay.
Rewatched. I just started season 4.
Okay.
Um, so season 1 almost perfect, if not perfect. It's fantastic. I'm gonna give it like a 9.5 out of 10. The kids, they're great. The performances are fantastic. I love the camaraderie, all of it's like, oh well, they're playing D&D and the characters from D&D come alive and
Right.
this girl has superpowers and it's great. It's fantastically new. I don't remember I don't know of anything quite like it in terms of like theme or what they're doing. It's visually fantastic. You care about all of the characters in season 1. Season 2, I'm going to give like an 8,
Okay.
maybe a 7.5. It's not as good. It's still good. I gotta be honest, I went into it going, ugh, season 2. I gotta watch season 2 again.
Right.
And then I watched it, I was like, this is
Better than I
fantastic. I'm like, this is
Yeah. Better
fantastic.
than I remember.
There's like one episode, and it's like the worst episode of the series. I'm like, this is so pointless. This
Right.
this one episode, and I was like, I was treating this entire season like it's that episode. But no, it's great. I'd give it like a 7.5 or an 8. And then season 3, um, I posted on TikTok um, about Steve Harrington, the goat, my guy, the best mom in the history of TV moms ever
Mhm.
is Steve Harrington. He starts off as like the jock, like he's like the popular kid who star
Right.
basketball player, kind of a dick, and then gets like a character arc redemption, um, and just he's so good, and he continues to be even better in this season. Season 3, the Russians get involved, and you introduce like his relationship with Dustin, one of the kids, is
Yeah.
it's fantastic. His relationship with his coworker Robin is just as good, if not better. That's
Right.
played by Maya Hawke. That's Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman's daughter.
Yep.
Um, it's so good. You get new characters that you really love, and the finale. It's honestly, I really do wish you'd watch this show. It's not like I know it's not your thing, but oh my
I
god,
can't,
it's so
dude.
good.
I just can't.
Did
I've
you
tried.
watch? You did?
I've tried.
What couldn't you get
I've
past
tried.
it?
Because I'm a bitch.
It's not even scary. All right, we're moving forward. We're moving forward. Anyway, season 4. Season 4. I
Yeah,
watched
trying season 4 isn't scary with the fucking limbs being fucking ripped and their eyes fucking bleeding. I don't want to hear shit.
Yeah, I was actually about to get to that. Season 4, I watched the first episode last night. I'm not uncomfortable with a lot of things. There's a lot of that episode that I'm very uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I don't want to hear shit.
I don't
alright?
like watching broken bones and shit like that, and wow, do they give you a lot of it in the first episode. Like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, the detail in all of it. I'm like, huh.
Yeah.
But I think that's part of what makes it so good. Is like it doesn't like season like so okay. So seasons 1, 2, and 3 they don't really get into like things like that. Like there's a little bit of gore, but not really. Um, and I think a lot of it is because like they're still kids. Like the main characters are like 10 years old in the first season.
Right.
Like they're not even in middle school yet.
And now they're all like 25.
Yeah, now yes, but like as the seasons go, they like mature it up. And now they're in high school and things like that, and so they've matured it up a little bit even more than what they did in season 2 and 3. Um So season 4, I could see you having like a legitimate problem with because even I'm like, ugh. Um, but the first three are pretty good. That I think you'd enjoy. Anyway, season 5 is coming up. I hope that it's good. I hope everybody is okay. Specifically, Steve, because I don't want Steve to die. But I gotta be honest. There's a main character in there that if he's not cooked, there are some scenes in the trailer where I'm like, I don't know how the hell he gets out of this.
Mhm.
Like one of like the most deadly things in Stranger Things. He's like in a tunnel and he's like on his back, like scuttling away, and this thing just drops from the ceiling, and it's like I'm like, there's no way he
You're done.
survives this.
You're dead.
There's no way
You're
you
dead.
survive this.
You're out. You're cooked, buddy. It's
I'm like,
over.
yeah, I don't know how you survive it and make it make sense.
Right.
And then there's another scene with the same character, and he's holding another character and in an elevator as the doors are closing, and another creature is like barreling towards them, and the doors haven't started closing yet. I'm like, I don't know how you get out of this.
Yeah.
I
You're
don't
cooked,
know.
buddy.
I don't know
It's
how
over.
you get out of both of these situations.
Yeah.
One
It's
of
over.
them, the elevator can close in time, sure, but you are, as far as the trailer is showing, you are alone in a tunnel. You should not be getting out of this situation alive.
You should be dead.
You're probably gonna die.
Yeah.
And if you don't, it needs to make sense. You can't just be like at the end of Jurassic
Good.
World, huh?
You can't just be like, ah, he's fine.
Yeah,
He'll be
he's
good.
cool. Yeah, you can't pan away and then like you can't do what they did with Mahershala Ali's character in Jurassic World Rebirth. He's getting close and then it pans away and then all of a sudden he's fine. It's like, how did you escape from that situation?
Right.
But yeah. Anywho, the main part of this, we took a little bit longer, but the main part of this,
Dun-na-na,
getting in,
na-na-na.
dun Running Man, the new Glenn
Glenn
Powell
Powell
movie. It also has Coleman Domingo and Josh Brolin in it, and Michael Cera. Great. So some big names. Also, found this out. Directed by the guy who directed Hot Fuzz. Yeah. Anyway, that came out last Friday. I saw it on the 13th. Brendan, I think you saw it on the 14th.
Yes, I saw it the technical day it was released.
I got to see it in an early screening. Got a sick poster from it. Yeah.
Nice delivery there, buddy.
Yeah, thanks. Hey, I'm not gonna be. I gotta be me, right? I can't be me if I'm nailing everything, right? It's just not. I gotta stumble.
No, you cannot.
I gotta fall upwards, is what I have to do.
Yes, correct. Correct.
Anywho, here are our scores out of 10 for The Running Man, the new movie from Glenn Powell. All right, 3, 2, 1, 7 out of 10. Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Okay.
All
Now, Will, if you'd like to start us off here, give me your what you liked about the movie, what you were okay with, and then what you didn't like about the movie.
Yeah. I thought the premise of it was great. I love the idea. It's very Hunger Games meets a lot of Japan's like entertainment
Game
shows and things like that. The world was interesting to me, and like I thought the story was interesting. I thought the action was great. I thought it was shot very well. I love that one panorama or that one shot scene going through the hallway that they show in the trailer, where he's running through like the corridor and it follows him through it.
Yeah.
That was fantastic. Glenn Powell's character is great. I think he played the character very well. He's the asshole and he's this cocky, burnout quick, gonna do what he's gonna do. And it's a very similar character to Hangman in Top Gun.
Right.
And he plays those kinds of characters very, very well. Um, Not going into spoilers yet, but some of the stuff that I thought was okay was I thought the plot could have been driven a little bit better. I don't know how you do it with a premise like everyone's trying to kill you. Um, I thought some of the side characters were great. He gets help from some people, and I think that those guys were the people who helped him. They were great. The little kid was kind of annoying, but like whatever.
Yeah.
Um, and I feel like there should have been more of like as the movie's going on, and again, I don't know how you do this with this premise, but as the movie's going on, I feel like there should have been more of a driving factor. And I get the whole driving factor is survive, and I get
Right.
that. And again, like I said, I don't know how you do another driving factor with that premise other than I have to survive.
Mm.
Um, there's a thing at the end, um, and we'll get into this more in spoilers, that his driving factor completely switches. Pretty much. Like, it doesn't, but it does. Um, where this movie becomes something completely different from what it was in, like, the last 20, 30 minutes of this movie.
Right.
And it kind of just comes out of nowhere.
Right.
I didn't love it.
Right. Right.
It wasn't earned. And
Mm.
going into some of the stuff that I think they could have done better, some of the stuff that I didn't really like. I want more time with his family. I don't think the chemistry between him and his wife was good. But we only saw his wife for like 5 minutes.
Right. Because it wasn't established enough. It
Yes.
wasn't well established.
His
Yeah.
motivation wasn't earned, in my opinion. He it starts with him and the kid. Then the wife comes in for like 3 minutes of screen time, and that's it.
Right.
Like, it's the first 5 minutes of the movie, and that's all we get. We don't get like any. If we would have gotten a backstory, or we would have gotten some like flashbacks of something or something like that, then maybe
It's a
we
little
would have.
more.
Right. But I feel like it was like almost a half-baked family thing. I don't think the chemistry between Glenn Powell and the actress who plays his wife was there.
Yeah.
And Glenn Powell's a charismatic dude, man. Like, I
Right.
don't know what to tell you. It felt very forced. I wish there are some scenes in there where, you know, they mention the like wealth disparity a lot,
Right.
but we don't see it. We see the slums, and we see the one car. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, it, I wish that, like, because he's angry at the world for this, right? He's angry
Right.
at the corporations. Like, he's pissed off that like he has to scrounge around for food, while the network guys and Josh Brolin's character get to have all of this fancy stuff. And
Right.
cool, show me more of it. Don't show me the big network and then go, and then there are people out there, and show me one car. Don't do that.
Right.
Give me examples, and you don't. Which to me doesn't really convey. He should be upset about this. He's in the right about this. Now, granted, some of the stuff they do with how they're producing the Running Man, the show, and all of that, you get a little bit of a sense of that. But overall, I felt like the twist at the end and the reveals weren't really earned,
Gripping.
weren't justified. They were more half baked.
Mm,
They just kind
right.
of go. We're gonna
Yeah.
take it. We're gonna throw it together and because we want to make it like Hunger Games or something like that.
Right.
Um, action was fantastic. The visuals were pretty cool.
Mm,
We'll get some more into spoilers, but there were a couple of scenes where I was like, yeah, that's pretty freaking sick.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, I would love to hear your thoughts.
Okay. So I'll start off with what I liked. Um, Glenn Powell, fucking great.
Hmm.
Acting was awesome. I thought he was, very believable. Very, this dude's fucking pissed off, and I can feel why he's pissed off. He's mad at the entire world. Get it, understand it. Phenomenal acting.
Yeah.
Um, Action scenes, great.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't have a single problem with a single action scene. I thought it was funny at moments.
There were times where I like actually laughed out loud.
Yeah, there were times where I laughed. Him pretending to be a blind, pastor. Like I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah.
Um, the there's multiple. One of the funny things that I enjoyed. Now, not a lot of other. Maybe you, if you don't know, there's a TV show called All American, and this
Hmm.
guy's name is Spencer James, right? Well, Spencer James, actor, is the conspiracy theorist guy in
Yeah, yeah,
The Running Man. And so when he popped up on screen, I was like, "Yo, my boy Spencer
yeah.
James,
It's
what's
it's the
good?"
it's the
It's the dude. Yeah,
yeah
I
the
was like, "That's
Leonardo meme.
Spencer James. Like, this is crazy." So I thought that was like funny, and him, dressing up. I thought the way they explained how he escaped, whatever. I thought that was pretty funny, right?
Hmm.
I was like, really? Like, this is how they blow up whatever? Like, that's really how this is gonna end? And then the whole tape rewind thing starts, and I was like, oh, okay,
Hmm.
this actually makes sense. Okay, so those I liked all of those things. Some things I was okay with. I thought the dude in the middle who was helping him get to like the secret bunker or whatever.
Michael Cera's character.
I didn't think he made a lot of sense. I get the dad background thing,
Hmm.
but like, oh yeah, my mom's not gonna know who you are. You'll be fine. Blah blah blah. And then immediately, like literally, like maybe 5 minutes later, that's you. I want him dead. I'm gonna hit the button.
Yeah.
And then he hits, and then he's like, no, mom, don't hit the button. And then he just goes,
Wait.
wait, and he
Yeah.
hits the, and I was like, I why? You just
Yeah.
made this so much more like you didn't need to do that.
Yeah.
Like why do that? Why not just throw the mom in the fucking, you know? Like
Yeah.
throw him in a fucking room, lock the door, and then head out to the
Yeah. It's
get
an
him
old
to the
bitch. I
bunker
mean,
where
like,
you need
just
to be.
yeah.
Um so I was okay with that, I guess. I thought he was an okay character
Hmm.
because I mean when he does hit the button and they come in and they get all electrocuted and everything and he's like having fun with it, that was funny. I was like, oh, this is funny. Like
Hmm.
those scenes were
And they did
enjoyable.
show that in the trailer, right?
I think so.
I think
I
they did
can't
too,
remember.
because that's the scene that I was talking about. Like when he's like ah ha ha, and then like he
Yeah,
gets electric. Like that's cool. That's inventive. I
yeah,
like that. That's
yeah.
yeah.
See, so I was like okay with it because I didn't understand it, but it led to something cool,
Hmm.
and I was like, okay, that I can get behind that. What I did not like about this movie, they throw in this important like girl character out of nowhere. The
Hmm.
girl driving the
Yeah,
car.
yeah,
And I
yeah,
was like, who the fuck is this?
yeah.
Just
Hmm.
a random girl you kidnapped on the highway, and now all of a sudden she's like, "Oh yeah, you're not the bad guy."
Right.
Like you've been okay. Listen, you've been brainwashed pretty much your entire life because you're supposed to be one of those like rich,
Hmm.
like they've told you everything, whatever. right? One of those people.
Mm-hmm.
So you're supposed to be brainwashed. You're telling me in the maybe what it was like 2 hours in movie time that they're like on the road and he's like talking to you or whatever, that you just flip your mind like that
Well, you also got
after
to remember.
years of brainwashing.
You also got to remember, like, I didn't necessarily
I
have a
was
problem with that one because, like,
I understand the like the game show they kill the militia people and they
no,
show the
it
thing.
it wasn't even. I mean, it was that, but it wasn't even that. Like, his whole argument is like, this isn't real. They're lying to you. Like,
Right.
half this shit that they said I did or have said, I didn't. And she's like, you're lying to me. You're the bad guy. Blah blah blah. And then he turns on the Running Man for the news or whatever,
Hmm.
and she's very obviously sitting there talking to him, and then it's like, oh,
Right.
he kidnapped, help, help, blah, 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 blah. And she's like,
Right.
I never did any of that. And he goes, yeah, that's what I've been trying to tell you for 2 hours.
Yeah.
And he's like,
But
well,
but
okay. And then they kill the guys, and they're like, oh, well, he did this. They're like, wait, this whole thing's a setup then? And he goes, yeah. And
Yeah.
that's the
And-
spurn on.
And I
it.
get that, but it was just like it felt so forced. It felt
Yeah.
so like she didn't need to be there. I didn't understand why she was a character in that situation. Like
Yeah.
I was like there you could have done thing. And listen, I liked the okay, now I'm going to go on offense. I understand how the game works.
Mm-hmm.
You want more views and want to make this more popular so that I can be,
Right.
the guy, whatever, right? So now I understand how to play the game the right way.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, great, like that a lot. That's cool. Um, I didn't like the way they executed it towards the second half of the movie, and then I agree with you in the fact that all those plot lines were just kind of like, oh yeah, and so if you don't agree to do this by, oh, we already killed your family.
Oh,
But
dude,
how do you know? Like
we're not in spoilers yet.
Just cut that out then. Whatever.
I'll cut it out. So, we'll get into spoilers after this, but
Okay, here, take it from this. And then
You don't like
the plot lines that I don't like the plot lines at the end where it's all a bunch of jumbly mess and they have, like you said, it's half baked.
Mhm.
They come to the end and they like it's all kind of thrown together at the very end, and I was like, okay,
yeah.
this but I did like the very very end, how he
Yeah.
gets
Yeah.
his whole gets
So-
it all done, whatever. I thought that was cool.
So I think we can go into spoilers now. Speaking of like the very end and all of that, I
The way,
kind of
yeah,
I kind of
way
talked
they-
about
like-
how like there was like again the movie kind of flipped, kind of out of nowhere.
right,
He just decides to be a revolutionary. Like
right,
he's like, cool, we're taking down the government. Like
right,
what? Like, huh? Like
right,
the entire like time you're with Michael Cera's crazy conspiracy guy, you're sitting here going, "This dude's fucking nuts. I'm not
Right.
gonna be a revolutionary." And then the dude gets domed, and he goes, "Cool, I'm gonna be a revolutionary." What?
yeah,
Now, cool.
Yeah.
Now, granted, at them covering up his death and saying that he crashed or got shot out of the sky or whatever, and then
Right.
him coming back on live TV to kill the dude is
Right.
great. That's
It's
fantastic.
great. It's phenomenal. My big issue in that plane scene where they're like, "Oh, we're gonna pretend you're driving into the network building and kill you," um, they like these plot lines just. Oh, we killed your wife and child, but we might not have. But here's the video of us killing your wife and child.
But
and-
we already
and, like,
know that you
but we
fake
already know that
everything.
Yeah, so you got to make a decision, and then you're sitting there, and he goes through and he kills the hunters, and you're like, okay, so like, I know he had to kill the hunters,
Period.
period, because if he didn't, they were gonna kill him. Like, I get that, But like now I'm sitting here like I know he wouldn't take that deal. But now is he taking that deal? Or like did
Yeah.
is it but he gave them exactly what they wanted. He killed all 5 hunters, so now their ratings are going to be through the roof, and like
Yeah.
they got exactly what they wanted. There's no way in hell, like he does not win this at all. There is no winning.
No.
And then it's just kind of magically at the end. Oh yeah, by the way, there was an escape pod before he blew up. The hole was fine, guys.
Yeah. I just I felt like a lot of it was just half baked. Yes, it was
At the very
entertaining.
end, I thought it was very, very messy, them bringing everything together. And then at the end, like, before, obviously, you see the last scene of him finding his wife and kid, I was like, so are they dead?
Yeah.
Was that
Well,
was
that's
that
the other
fake?
thing. That's the other thing. It's like he's doing all of this when he doesn't know either way because Josh
Right. He
Brolin's.
has no indication of whether or not this was real or fake or
So he's just
so
like,
he's making these decisions blindly. And
yeah,
it's like and I guarantee you, like, if you think about it, like as him in the movie, he doesn't know there's a fucking escape pod.
yeah. The only thing he
He's just
knows
like,
is that there
fuck
are
it.
6 toilets.
Right. He's like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Like I, I was just like,
They don't explain it at all.
no. And I
And
was like, I don't understand the like, yes, I get that you have to kill the hunters on the plane because otherwise you're going to die. I
yeah,
understand.
I get that
I
that's
understand.
playing the game. I get it.
Right. But you played exactly into their hand. You aren't getting anything out of this.
No.
And you're just basically doing this for nothing at this point. Because to your knowledge, you don't have an escape pod.
You're
and
not
you're
winning.
just going to get driven into a building and die.
Yeah.
And then what was all this for?
Yeah.
And then the whole, oh, and they found it because the black box landed on this random lady's car, on the hood of her car, and they heard the actual recording, and they all realized that he wasn't a bad guy and that he was actually trying to. How random is that?
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
I was
Like the network wouldn't have people
yeah,
that would just
scavenging the crash.
yeah.
Like
That's ridiculous.
that would be the first thing I would try to recover.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and you're supposed to have, and don't tell me that they couldn't track it, they couldn't this. Dude, you have like 80 million little drones with cameras.
You have
that
DNA
go-
trackers on every streetlight.
Yeah, like what are we talking about here?
Yeah,
Like,
and it's like, oh, you're telling me that this evil corporation who has done horrible things wouldn't just kill the lady?
Right. Or wouldn't you like she finds it and then immediately there's a bullet in her head? Like you're telling me that's not a possibility?
Yeah. I um I wish we would have seen more of because we got to see the poor and we got to see like the slums and stuff.
Right. I didn't think we saw much of the wealthy and the
We didn't.
millionaires.
We
And
saw the
yeah.
network. We saw the network
And we
and-
saw the lady.
and the
And
car.
we saw the girl who was sloppily thrown. That was my biggest problem with this movie. She was sloppily thrown in at the end, and I had no established connection with her, and was like, "Why the fuck is she here?"
Yeah. Exactly.
That was my instant thought. I was like, "Okay, like, yeah, she might be a part of a plot point, but it was so random
Mhm.
for her to come in and just all of a sudden have this big role out of nowhere." And I
Yeah.
was like, I have no idea who the fuck you are. You mean very little to me. You have very little significance, and I guess you're supposed to represent the entirety of the wealthy, but like all you do is talk about a scarf for a couple of minutes and then
And then you're like disillusioned, which is fine. I didn't mind how they like conveyed her disillusionment. I
we
just
can agree to disagree. I thought it was sloppily done, but
I think it was too quick. I'll give you that.
I think that's my problem.
I
guess
think-
I don't really have a problem with the way they did it. I think it was just too quick in how they did it.
Yeah, I think that like because we see through this whole thing that Glenn Powell's character is actually a good guy.
Right.
And I think like if like throughout that whole entire like interaction, it's like he's like, no, I'm a good guy. Like I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm not
Right.
gonna buh. But like the whole, it's a conversation about a scarf, and it's the fact that like this is like a 4 or 5 minute thing in the movie. It could be like 3 hours in movie time, but in
Right.
actual time, it's like 5 minutes of screen time where she'll go. She's not doing anything. She's just driving, and they're like basically deep faking her doing things. So she's like, I never did any of that. And he goes, yeah,
Right.
that's what I've been trying to tell you for the past however long, when it was
Right.
really 2 minutes. So,
Right.
in out from what we're seeing, it's I never did that. Yeah, I know. This is bullshit. Or like
Right.
you're a bad guy. No, I'm not. Well, I didn't do that. That's what I've been saying. Okay, like that's how
Okay.
long it was.
Exactly. I think that you painted that perfectly. I think that was my issue, was just how quick the narrative changed,
Yeah,
and I was like, okay. And then, like, the other thing, you get on the you get on the plane, and you have the fucking thing with the C4, the tracker. You know that it's not a bomb.
yeah,
Right away you knew it wasn't a bomb.
yeah.
Then why the fuck are we even going through with all of this at this point?
Because views. Because it's
Yeah,
all
but it
fake.
right,
That one
it's all
didn't bother
fake.
me. It makes sense. It's all fake. It brings me. Oh my god, he's going to blow everybody up. People are going to tune in to see if that happens.
Right. Okay, I guess so. I just
You also got to remember, they weren't like flying at like 30,000 feet. They were flying
right.
at like
They were
2,000
low.
feet.
Right. I
So if
forgot.
that blows up, everything below it blows up too.
Right.
So like, yeah, it's not your airliner that you can't see. It's like your little Cessna that's flying right above your house.
Right.
But it's this massive airplane, and if it blows up, it's going to be like a nuke just went off.
Right. Right.
So I get that.
yeah. I mean,
I
it was
just
good.
felt like,
I will say, not to focus on everything negative, but I really liked, you know, the scenes in the house where, he was, pumping up the water gun, and then he shoots it at the
yeah,
floor and it electrocutes all the cops. I loved the way the crowd was getting behind him, and he started to become this kind of like heroic figure.
right. And I think they
Um,
built that. Like, I think that's the one thing that was paced well.
yeah, they did that really, really well. Is like he became this like symbol of hope or whatever.
Hmm.
Um, and then I think they loved. I think I loved. Just the way he was. He was just fucking pissed off the whole time and angry, and I loved the concept of him being like figuring out the game.
Hmm.
I loved how he went from being like, all right, like I don't. This is like hard. I'm under attack by everyone. Blah blah blah. To being like, oh, they want me to win, so I have to play the game that way.
Right.
And then I've got to use that to every little bit of advantage that I can. I love how he tactically kind of figured it out.
Hmm.
Um, so there were, a lot of good things in the movie. I loved the fighting scene where he on the plane against the last hunter, and he rips the
Rips the
ripcord, and he goes back in the plane and he ends up stabbing the dude. Like, loved that. I thought it was really good.
I hated the
Uh,
whole that he was the guy, the
oh yeah,
longest
he was
run.
the longest runner. Yeah, I didn't like that much, but
It seemed like it's such a stupid twist because wouldn't everybody know who he is?
right, right.
Maybe that's
But
why he was wearing a mask. I don't know.
that's probably why he was wearing the mask. So,
It's so
um,
dumb though.
yeah, but I mean, overall, very good. 7 out of 10. Um, would definitely see it again.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I think all of the acting was fantastic. I think Coleman Domingo, the announcer, was fantastic.
Great,
I think Josh
great.
Brolin is unheard of in how good he's been. He's just been Thanos. He's a fantastic villain. This guy, he's a fantastic villain, and he's in a ton of other stuff. He was
Right,
Cable as well. Like
right.
he's a great actor, and he does fantastic. He does a fantastic job in this.
Yeah, agreed.
I kind of thought it was funny with the guy who was walking. He's like, "Yeah, I'm on the Running Man," and immediately gets domed. Like
Immediately
immediately
gets
dies.
done.
And I like how like Glenn Powell's character is watching. And he's like, "Dude, like you gotta run. You gotta move."
Like,
Like
come on, you're on the Running Man.
yeah, I think I thought it was very funny. I just thought it was paced poorly. I thought a lot of things were sloppily put together, and I don't think that his motivations were earned with his family because I don't. I get that your kid was sick or whatever, and I get that all that other stuff, but like the whole I'm gonna do this for my family. It's like I wish I would have gotten a little bit more of the family so the emotional part was
Right.
there.
So the
Um,
emotional connection was better established.
Yeah, I think Michael Cera's character was great. The revolutionary doomsday guy with his dad. Yeah, it was a little sloppy and it kind of didn't make a little bit of sense. But like a lot of conspiracy guys don't make sense, so I was like cool with it.
Right.
Um, I don't like that he died almost immediately though.
Right.
And then after that, he's like, cool. I guess I'm a revolutionary now. I'm gonna upend the
Yeah.
government. I'm like, that kind of seemed like it was out of nowhere and out of character, but yeah, I thought the action was fantastic. I thought it was shot very well. I think again that one shot of him when it was following him through the corridor and
Yep.
him jumping the from the car as it's exploding on the bridge. I thought that was awesome. I thought all of like the cameras where he's talking to the camera were
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
I
That's
like
great.
that they really leaned into the fact that it's a game show,
Right.
that it
Right.
is a TV show, and
Right.
because they didn't like shy away from it. So I really liked that. Yeah, again, 7 out of 10. I thought it was pretty good.
Agreed. Agreed.
Definitely room for improvement for sure.
Yes.
But yeah,
Yes.
like I don't know if I'd pay to go see it again. But if it's on a
No.
streaming platform and I'm
I'd watch it again. Yeah.
yeah,
Absolutely.
for sure. Um, yeah, uh, I liked it enough to keep the poster. I don't think I'm gonna put it up anywhere, but I'm not gonna like throw it away.
Right.
Um, and I love seeing Glenn Powell do Glenn Powell things. I love Glenn Powell just succeeding. I still need to watch Chad Powers, but
I also need to watch Chad Powers, but I agree. I love seeing Glenn Powell do well. And as far as just Glenn Powell goes, great.
yeah,
He was great. He was great.
phenomenal. I don't think he could do better.
No. No.
Um,
I
yeah. Uh, I just yeah, he's fantastic.
yeah.
On that note, I think we can wrap it up.
Yeah, I think it's a good place to end it. So
Yeah.
everybody, thank you for watching. I'm Brendan. That's Will. And thank you for being rejects with us. Like, comment, subscribe, talk to us in the comments below. Did you like the Running Man? Did you not like the Running Man? Um, you know, why is Will wrong about Toby Maguire? Why isn't he wrong about Toby Maguire? What did you think about the movie news? Do you hate Disney as much as I do? Let us know, guys.
Yeah, and you can find us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube at the Film Club Rejects Podcast. Thank you guys so much for joining in, and we will see you next time.
Peace.
All right. Yeah.